Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now today I want to talk about which units you should be awakening first, because awaken is such a huge and crucial thing for your characters. If you don't know what awaken is, it pretty much just means this. When you take a look at Alpha's arm, her wrist, you can see like a red little bracelet surrounding her. That's what awakening is. And when you awaken your units, you could have like 3 signal orb at the start of the battle, so it's really crucial, especially for Alpha, if you can get like 3 blue orbs at the start, or maybe like 3 red orbs or 3 yellow orbs. All you have to do is just dodge the enemy's attack, get the matrix, proc a blue orb, and immediately go into your core passive. So many people has been complaining about how hard it is to use Alpha compared to like Bianca, but if you actually have an awakened unit, it's so much easier to be able to get into Alpha's core passive and immediately start doing damage, instead of like trying to grind for like a perfect set of orbs that could link together. So that's about it. And the main reason I want to make this video is because before I was hoarding on like 6-star memories, and I'm just thinking, should I actually resonate my units? Is it actually worth it? That's why after like doing like a full research or thinking through, I got a conclusion that you should be resonating the right units instead of like the wrong units, so you don't waste your resource. So the first one is definitely going to be Alpha, especially for those guys, for you guys who had a hard time activating her core passive because it's so hard to link like 3 orbs together. Go with Awakening Alpha, because it would give you like 3 set of orbs at the start of the battle. That would make it so much easier to progress core passive and immediately start doing damage. So that helps me a lot as well. So definitely the first one. The second one I would recommend is Bianca. If you're willing to grind and restart over and over and over again just to get that perfect 3 red orb at the start of the battle with the awaken skill, you would be able to clear the first and second wave of the war zone easily, because that's how you usually set like the right momentum to, you know, grind the war zone. Having that 3 red orb at the start of the battle, immediately proc 1 blue orb and go into your core passive makes it so much easier to clear the remaining wave, because the right momentum will kind of guide you to like a lot more waves, and it's gonna make it so much easier. And even in Pain Cage as well, especially when you try to clear like the first stage, second stage, and third stage bosses where you know you can one-shot them, but because you don't have enough orbs or not in like a perfect set of orbs, you actually have to get a few orbs to kind of be able to one-shot them. If you have awakened your units, you'll be able to go into your core passive and immediately one-shot them. So it kind of like increases the score, even though it's minute, but it makes it so much easier to get like maximum score on like the first, second, and third stage in the Pain Cage. So after like Alpha and Bianca, the rest is kind of arguable. I don't know if it's actually important, but after Alpha and Bianca, go for DPS mainly. Watanabe, you know, more orbs, more damage. Karenina. If you're using Dawn, go for Dawn, and if you're using like Lee Entropy, go for it. I can't really say much for Lee because I don't own him. I don't actually know how it works yet, because I don't think I'm getting him anyway. So if you main Entropy Lee, you could go for that as well. After your DPS, I would say go for a tank. The first tank I would recommend is definitely going to be Watanabe. If you have Alpha on your physical team, awakening her, let's say you use her as a leader, right? Instantly when you go into the stage, you get, if you grind more than enough, or you keep restarting the battle just to get that RNG to like 3 blue orb. The 3 blue orb is the most important for Watanabe because it shreds the enemy's shield. Use your Watanabe as leader, get that 3 blue orb, and kind of dash to the enemy, use that 3 blue orb, immediately switch to your Alpha, dodge the enemy's attack, and then you could actually just go in for a full damage. That's why I think Watanabe is actually really good as well as the first tank to be resonate, because I don't see any value for the rest of the tank. So after Watanabe, you could go for whatever you want. Maybe like, if you focus on Dark Team, go for Kamui Tenebrion. Or maybe if you don't use Watanabe, you could actually, I don't think it's that important, but consider them as a sub DPS. If you actually use them for sub DPS that does a lot of damage, instead of just using them for Da Vinci, maybe awakening them, give them like a couple more orbs would do more damage. But generally, I don't think you have that much 6-star memory, so focus on Alpha, Bianca, and your main DPS first, and then the next is Watanabe, and then the rest, it's completely up to you. Healer wise, I don't think awakening them makes any sense, because it's really hard to get them to like 50 high 500 BP on a support units, on a healer units especially, because you do have to fulfill the condition to be able to awaken them. Level 80, 50, 500 BP, it's really hard for like a support character to get to there. So that's all I have. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like if you found it helpful, and if you want to see more video, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.